Trick or treat! Happy Halloween! Here's a treat for you because I am back, and so is Dog. This year we are starting a new game and maybe multiple games in the future. And as the free-to-play king in true fashion, I'm clearing all the content with no summons and starter characters only. I'm gonna give you a basic guide today on how to progress in Reverse 1999, as free-to-play or even as a spender. Hit the sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell dingy dingy thing so you know when I post a video. Let's go, baby. Alright, first and foremost, Reverse 1999. If you've been tired of the constant mobile game releases of Idols or Summoners War clones or Diablo Immortal clones, etc., etc., Reverse 1999 is finally a game where it's unique, fun to play, and is doing everything right so far. There's a couple cons to the game. Yeah, there's no real competitive scene, there's no PvP, but that's okay. We're literally like day 6, and the game has a lot of time to improve. But there's definitely more pros than cons. But as everybody knows on my channel, I am free to play. I don't have to be, I choose to be. I like a little bit more difficulty and a little bit more of a challenge. So on that note, I am clearing all the content so far in the version 1 of this game with only the starting characters. I have not summoned at all. As you see, I have 43 summons, and I have a bunch of clear drop. I've gotten all of the rewards in the main story. I can beat all the max levels on the resource tab. Insight tab is not difficult either. And the artificial somnambulism, I am on right now floor 8, I think, halfway through floor 9. I haven't touched it in about 2 days because I'm just trying to get my character stronger. My wilderness is almost maxed out. I'm kind of prioritizing my energy other places. But the one thing that is maxed out is Wishing Spring. I'll talk about that later. There's 4 major things that you want to follow in this guide that will help you progress in the game. Number 1, follow the main story. Complete the main story as much as you can until you get hard stuck. The more you focus on the main story, the more stages open up that have higher difficulty and have more materials that you need. If you get stuck on main story, then you want to go to the task of beginning the tale. You will get a lot of rewards from the beginning of the tale. But as you see, I am stuck on this mission right here, level up 2 plant characters to Insight level 1. And for obvious reasons, that's because I haven't summoned, I only have 1 plant character. We'll deal with that later down the line. Now the third thing to do, in my opinion, as free to play or a light spender, focus on building Sonetta 100%. The game will give you 4 dupes of Sonetta. This will increase her portrait, giving her better damage stats, etc., etc. Sonetta is by far probably the best free to play character due to the 4 dupes, but also her skill set. She has a buff that increases damage dealt and damage taken. This is for all allies. And she gets her penetration rate increased. Giggity. Not only that, she can buff herself, take less damage, and then she has a skill that disarms any reality-based damage that is coming from the enemy. There's a lot of times where the enemy is attacking twice or even 3 times with reality damage. She also has an AoE ultimate, which with her own buff gives her the stats up buff, and her AoE will increase penetration rate and damage. And on the question of what is more of a priority for building in a character, Insight is always more valuable, at least this early in the game. Insight will increase her base stats, it will increase the character's inheritance skill, whereas Psychube and Resonate increase stats and all that as well. You're going to get more valuable from Insight. The fourth and last thing to focus on in this game is the wilderness. These are towers that will give you dust and coins just through a time limit cap. The higher the towers are, the more you can store and the faster it accumulates. But the main thing to focus on first is the Wishing Spring, leveling that up to max. This is going to help you craft materials that are only craftable to increase your insight and other things. I highly suggest to max the Wishing Spring out first. Now, as you can see, I've only used the starting characters. I haven't even summoned once. That's actually not true because the game makes you summon once a 3-star Leilani. Can't really remember, however, I've only summoned once because they forced me to. Now, as you can see, I got Sonetta, Matilda, Apple, and Eagle all at least Insight 2 level 50. Now, me, I do different things for content, but for you, I highly suggest only to focus on at least 5-star characters, because the 4-star characters can only cap at level 50. However, Apple and Eagle actually are pretty good, I'm not gonna lie, for 4-star characters. Eagle works really well with Sonetta, and that is because of her trainee inheritance. She has Sense Weakness, which is a status that decreases the physical defense, which is reality defense, and critical defense by 20% each. So because Sonetta is reality, physical damage, and so is Eagle, this helps both of them at least nuke down one enemy. And for Leilani, I actually stopped at Insight 1. I wanted to stop resources on her, but she is decent for a 3-star, but I wouldn't really recommend building 3 stars. But she got the job done when I needed it. For Dream, I may need to take her to the next Insight level to get level 50, because at this level, she's super squishy. Now, a couple last things to focus on for progression. In your resource tab, make sure to do your 2 in-depth analysis chances per day. This will give you bonus rewards to level up your Psychubes. Now, because of how important dupes are, it really just depends on the amount of speed you want to progress in the game. But we're talking about energy. If you want to progress faster, use your clear drops to use all the daily purchase limits. I still have over 10,000 clear drop, and I've been buying the daily purchase energy every single day. But if you don't care about how fast you progress, then I would just save the clear drops for summons. Because speed and progression right now isn't super important, because there's no competition in the game. And to me, that's really the only downside of the game. Now, let's say you're busy and you're almost at max energy or whatever, and you're going to be gone for 6 hours. You just want to burn some energy real quick. Just focus on any 5 or 6-star character that you are focusing on, whether that's for Insight, Resonant, or Psych, whatever. I highly recommend to focus on one character. When you're out of energy for the day, there's 2 things you can do. One is a one-time complete with the tutorial. You get a dupe of Sonetta. And if you're still out of energy and want to play the game still, you go to Artificial Somnambulism. I'm just going to call it the Dream World. This does not cost any energy for you. You just complete it. Starting on Dream 6, it gets a little bit difficult because you can only take in like 2 characters that you use to the next battle. And then at stage 8 and 9, you can only take 1. So it takes a little bit more strategy. Now, like I said, I haven't summoned yet, but I will have a summon video sometime soon. Because we know gacha people love summon videos. I personally hate doing them. I also still have my Carrier Wave Carrier, which is a weird name in itself. Honestly, it's between the first 3, which is Brave New World, Hopscotch, or Her Second Life. Brave New World and Hopscotch are kind of like the meta ones to take, like, hey. But I personally like Her Second Life because of the AoE heal from the ultimate. But I think for summons, I'm obviously going to do the first drop of Rain, at least for 30 summons, to get that 6-star guaranteed. And then I just may wait for the next banner. And that's it for today's video. Winter is here in the northern hemisphere of North America, and it's cold. Work is slowing down, and I am able to actually put out content again. And I've been itching. I hope you all are playing this game too. If not, tell me what you're playing currently, or at least give this a try. It's a really fun game. But as always, if you like this video, sub, like, ding ding a bell. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!